Some people think, why would I thank somebody for doing their job? That's what they're paid to do. Well, they're not a robot and they're a human being. So thanking them and showing appreciation is very, very worth it. Hi, I'm Haley Grayless, founder of Växa Collective. I'm a keynote speaker, podcast host, and leadership development consultant. And some of the topics I speak about while I do keynotes are embracing conflict with a new mindset, curious confrontation, psychological safety, how to lead Gen Z and millennials more effectively. And these topics are so important because we spend at least usually 40 hours a week at our jobs, and a lot of people are miserable there. This is where you insert an objective statement. I notice, not I heard from somebody else or people are saying that you. Fearless feedback is meant to not cause more anxiety. And it causes a lot of anxiety when you tell somebody, hey, everybody's been coming to me telling me that you're messing up. I'm a big believer in going to work and not finding it to be the most miserable time of my day, right? So it's important for us to empower our teams to work together more effectively, to have leaders who are fantastic at leading their teams, not just to get business results, but also to help them feel engaged as employees and to be a strong team.
I watched Haley speak at KRPA, and the energy and infectious attitude and the way she was amazing and empowered me to be assertive. I would book her 10 out of 10. I would happily watch her again.
So overcoming conflict is one of the most important things we have to focus on. I have coined the term curious confrontation because I think that conflict does not have to be so scary and terrifying. It really is something that is inevitable. We have to deal with it all the time. So finding ways to communicate better with your team, whether you're an entry-level employee or an executive leader, it's very important to embrace the ways that other people think. When you bring up an issue, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. How about them Chiefs? And yes, it's great to check out what the Chiefs are doing, but I don't want to avoid the difficult topics that are important for us to work through. The reason I started my business and began doing leadership development and keynote speaking is because I think that there's a better way to do the workplace, to lead people and to interact on a team.
I really enjoyed today's presentation. I thought she brought a lot of energy to it, and what I liked most was I always like when I can go somewhere and learn more of the verbiage that I can take back to my organization and use. So I would say I really enjoyed it and I got a lot out of it today.
Years ago, I was in an organization that had a very toxic workplace culture. I would drive around town, going to meetings, and I would have an impending doom feeling coming at me. I would cry on the way to work, and I wasn't the only one who was saying those things. A lot of other people I worked with had similar stories. And so I ended up deciding to get my master's in organizational development, focusing on executive leadership. So Växa Collective is the birth child of trauma and a desire to make things a lot better. As a manager, you have two main responsibilities. One, motivate and inspire your team to perform with excellence based on what they need. And two, remove obstacles out of their way. What's the way to find out what obstacles are? You have to ask. It's a 3-letter word. It sounds so simple, but we forget it all the time. To just ask people, what is the obstacle in your way? What would make your job easier? What's keeping you from performing even better? It's something that I'm passionate about, to bring people information that is fun to learn, and it doesn't just go in one ear and out the other, but instead it's something that they can apply to their workplace and those relationships as well as their family and friends, instead of avoiding confrontation that's inevitable.
Conversation was just great at the table after Haley spoke, getting to interact with people I'd never met before. It really just helped us kind of start engaging with each other and really understand better communication.
A few of the things that people will walk away with are things like the fearless feedback script. That is a perfect script that they can use to walk through a conversation that might be kind of difficult. Another thing they'll learn is their conflict style, where they would also learn what the potential styles of other people are. And remember, psychological safety is where teams feel like they can be comfortable taking risks, appearing vulnerable in front of each other, bringing their full selves to work without fear of retaliation, humiliation, and opportunities being taken from them. If you're looking for an engaging and enthusiastic speaker, I'd love to talk with you about what your needs are, whether it be a company summit or a conference or a team leadership retreat. Please reach out to me because I'd love to talk and see if we're a good fit. Email me at haley@vaxacollective.com.